Hi guys, how are you today? Let's go for a walk. So I'm taking an afternoon walk. You see the background, right? The beautiful skies. I try to do everything. The gym, outside, you know, try to connect with nature. So let's just take an afternoon stroll. It's very cold today. I'm telling you, this weather, 1 minute it's cold, the next it's hot. Mm. You hear the birds chirping? I love nature. Hello. Hi. Now all the leaves are falling, and then you see everyone's house. Everything is open when the leaves fall off the tree. You just see everything, all your neighbors around you. Now, I'm pretty much forcing myself to walk today. It's a struggle, but like I always say on my walks, guys, sometimes you do have to force yourself out because when it starts getting cold and wet and yucky, I do not want to be outside. I just don't like the leaves all over the floor, all over the ground. Look at that big bird. Is that an eagle? It scared me so much. Um, when it starts getting cold and then all the leaves start falling on the ground, I do not like to be outside. I like to see like a clean environment. So even though the leaves are pretty on the trees, I don't like for it to be like all over the ground. See, I don't like this because it's cold. It's cold and then it doesn't feel good. But look how pretty. It's very pretty though. I love that when the leaves change color. Like beautiful fall. Do you guys live in a location where the leaves change color on the tree? Do you live in a location where your leaves change colors? I know in some places in the US, the leaves don't change color. The seasons change, but the leaves stay the same, like in Florida and in Vegas. They don't have different colors on their trees. Thank you so much, Lizzie Money or Izzy Money. So I was saying how I did not feel like coming out today because it's, this weather, it's like 1 minute it's hot, the next minute it's cold. Yesterday it was nice and warm. Today it's very cold. Like it's very chilly. You need like a thick sweater or a jacket. But on these afternoons, you do have to force yourself, you know, because even though it's cold, being in nature is good. I'm just trying my best to walk today. This is a force. Something is nudging me or pushing me. But you know, when kids have practice, you have to, I mean, some parents, they just sit and watch. And there's no way I can sit for like 2 hours to watch kids practice. I can do that for the games, but for practice, I don't know how people do that 4 days a week. Just sit. I feel like when the kids are at practice, you know, we're on the field, so it gives us time. Now look at this. This is so pretty. It looks kind of pink. The tree looked pink. It's changing color, but instead of burgundy, it looks pink. I just love nature. I don't really like the animals and stuff, but oh my goodness, that tree is so pretty. I've never seen a pink tree change color. Like when the trees change color, I've never seen a tree change to pink instead of yellow and orange. So this is my first time seeing this tree, and I've always walked this path, so it's so crazy. Yeah, it's so crazy. What do you mean if it doesn't show you? I don't know what you're saying. Um, so I'm out here walking. Guys, I'm out here walking, but it's like a force, you know? It's like I'm forcing myself. I'm forcing myself to walk, but sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to force yourself to get out. You have to force yourself to go walking, you know? The weather is changing, and a lot of people will be getting seasonal depression. You know, I've read that research have done, like people get a lot of seasonal depression up here because they're stuck in the house. But try to go out and walk. And like I was saying, I don't know how parents just sit. I cannot sit for too long. The only time I can sit is if I'm forced to, like in an airplane or a car or traveling. But to sit and watch these kids for 2 hours, maybe at a game, it's more interactive. I don't show myself. Ah, the little kids are so cute. Look at them. They're so cute. Playing football. I guess you have to start your kids early, guys, if you want them to be pros. Start them at like 2. I think these kids they look like they're about 4 or 5. So start them early if you want them to play football or do a sport. But it's nice to see all the kids out here. It's not warm and they're out here playing, you know? Because kids are just, I say this all the time, a lot of kids are stuck home on electronics. I mean, we adults can be because we have our careers and stuff, but the kids, not yet, you know? You have to really nudge them along. Oh, they have football practice too. I'm starting to really like football, American football. I mean, I do watch the Super Bowl, but like, I always said I didn't want my boys playing football, but It's like I'm starting to love it. Like I want them to be in that sport, but that sport is different. And Tyrone, I can't ever. I'm married, but I would never date somebody called Tyrone because I have a brother named Tyrone. That would be very weird. Okay? Your wife can be my friend. Have her watch my live. You know? You're too much, honey. You are just too much. Oh, look at here. So now I'm walking on the street now. This is cool. A little secret. Okay. Oh, so these kids can walk right to school. Uh-oh, there's a doggy. Oh, I'm trying to walk and I see a dog barking at me. That's scary. Oh, so I can cut through over there. Okay, so now I went to go walk on the street. So guys, when your kids have any activities or you have some free time, just make sure you get out and walk if you can. You know, it's so easy to gain weight, but it's so hard to lose it. It's so hard to lose weight, especially as you get older, you know? So the best thing if you don't have time to go to the gym is just walk. If you walk 10,000 steps per day, you definitely can lose some weight. I was looking at myself last year to this year, and it's like you gain weight so quickly. But I fluctuate. I can gain and lose quickly. It's so hard to talk and walk to you guys because I'm holding the phone. I don't know how some people keep their lawns so green. It's like, I want to ask them, like, how do you keep your lawn so green? So pretty, like, it just stands out, you know? So pretty. I love a clean yard, a nice yard, you know, when people really take care of their yards. I know some people don't have time, but it's like, it says a lot about a person. Okay, guys, so today we're going to get our 10,000 steps. Are you guys a part of my challenge? Even though I'm failing my own challenge. We want 10,000 steps per day, but we're not getting it, right? We want 10,000 steps per day, but we're not getting 10,000 steps per day, you know? That's what I'm trying to get to. Oh my, that's loud. So guys, look at the trees. Isn't that pretty? That's pretty. Well, over there is not so pretty, but it just shows you. Hi, Godspeed. How are you? Carla's just walking today, walking this afternoon, evening, I should say. How are you today? I'm tired, guys, so walking and talking is kind of hard today because I'm trying to get some workout. And it's so hard. I'm happy you're doing good. You know, it's a beautiful day today. We're up, well, I'm up north. It's a bit chilly, but it's perfect for walking. It's perfect for walking. So I'm just walking around a neighborhood. Waiting for my son. So today I'm walking and you guys can see me. It's not dark today. Normally it gets dark really quickly. In about maybe a half an hour it will be getting dark. I don't know why it's so difficult for me to walk today and talk, but it's hard. That's telling me I need to lose weight. Yes, it is. Now, you guys know when you're from a Caribbean family, they're like, if you start gaining some weight, they'll let you know, like, why you got so big? But it's like, that's so rude, you know? Yes, I'm up north. Up north, it's very, when I first got out here, it was very cold, but now that I'm walking, it feels much better. I'm not cold anymore. It actually feels very good. But when I stepped out of my car, it was so cold. Okay, so I'm going in a circle. Godspeed, where are you located again? Yes, I'm up north. This is like a perfect neighborhood to walk because it's not a busy street. So where am I walking? I don't want to walk in people's yard. Oh, I'm lost. I have to turn around. Oops, it's a dead end. Oh, Buffalo now. That's worse than where I live. What happens in Buffalo, New York? It's close to Canada. Some places I just don't find interesting. I would have to read about Buffalo because what happens there? Now they're always building new houses. Let me show you since there's no address. So they're building this beautiful house across the street. So I can't show you the ones that are already like built, but they built a bunch in process. It was empty land and then they just started making houses, but the houses are coming out so beautiful, you know? They're so beautiful. Like when I pass them, it's really nice. But this street is like a well, it's not so busy at night, but like in the work day, it's busy. But if I ever built a house, it would never be on a busy street. But I see a lot of people doing that, like they're building houses in locations where you wouldn't normally see, like a new house, a newly built house. But there's a lot of land here, so I guess if there's land and the land is for sale, you can build your house wherever, you know? And like I said, most of these streets, most of my town, it's not busy. It's busy in the daytime, but when it gets like 6 o'clock, it's pretty much dead. Nothing happens here. Hi, guys. Thank you for coming into my live. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. So I got lost. I came from a street and now I have to find my way back to where I came from so that I can get back to the field. This is strange. Where did I come from? Okay, can I take that shortcut? I live in Connecticut. It's a boring state. That's what I'm saying. I think that Buffalo is as worse, is not about the same. What happens in Buffalo? Nothing happens here. I guess we have UConn. Everyone loves UConn, the football team, the college football team. Um, what else? I would think, oh, we have Yale University. And I would say those are the two big things. I don't know anything else really outside of my state, but they have Yale and UConn. I'm sure you guys have heard of Yale. Who haven't heard of Yale University? You know? They're like one of the top tier universities. Okay, how do I get back to the school? I'm like, I definitely have to visit Buffalo. I think I drove to Canada once and I had to drive through Buffalo. So that's the only, I didn't stop. I had to drive through Buffalo. So oxtails. I have to make some oxtail. But yeah, oxtail is good. I love oxtails. Okay, I found my way back. Okay, I like this little street right next to the school. I'm not gonna cut through there. I'll walk here. I'm not making some oxtail tonight. I'm making fried chicken wings and some yellow rice and veggies. That's it. Something very simple. They're having a football game. Oh my goodness, I need to go watch it, but I don't have time. They're having a high school football game. Let's show the team. They're getting started. Oh God. I don't get what that means. Now, guys, I know I'm a female and I'm Jamaican, but I do not like to cook. Absolutely hate cooking. I don't like to cook. I just do it because I have to. I do it for my family because I'm obligated to, but I don't like to cook. And that may sound bad. Okay, so the reason why I don't like to cook because I'm very particular. I have to clean while I cook. So it's not the cooking that I hate. It's just the process of cooking. Like everything have to be cleaned while I'm cooking, and then once everyone eat, it has to be cleaned again after we all eat. So it's just the time. It's a lot. It's time consuming. I wouldn't say I hate cooking, but the process of cooking. Okay, it takes up a lot of time for me. But it's crazy because I cook every day, which is probably that's why my kids, they do not like, my family don't really like leftovers. So I have to cook every day. I cook every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Every day I cook. And then um, maybe sometimes Friday we eat out, Saturday, but Sunday I cook as well. But last Sunday, my mom, she just called me at like 9 in the morning on Sunday. She's like, Carla, guess what? Dinner is ready. I'm like, what? Dinner is ready. So my family's like big in on cooking. My mom, she's a great cook, like the greatest. I always tell her, why didn't you open up a restaurant? You know, that's your calling. So last Sunday, she called up all her kids and she's like, I cook. So she cooked. She was finished at 9 a.m. She cooked Sunday dinner for the entire family. So, I mean, that's the type of mother I want to be. Well, my mother, like when my kids are older, I can just call and say, kids, come over for dinner, or come have dinner. We don't have that anymore, really, because my mom is a working mom. So remember when families back then, like when I was younger, we would always have, Sunday dinner with the entire family. Or, well, I do it in my household, but you know what I'd like for my family? You know how we have Thanksgiving where everyone get together? I would like for everyone in my family, my aunts, my sisters, my brothers, my cousins, for us to cook and then we all gather. You know, that's what we did in Jamaica. Like everyone gathered every Sunday. People from the neighborhoods would come over our house to eat dinner. So I feel like the black culture or the Caribbean culture, that we had a village when we lived in Jamaica, but now the village is barely there. So I feel like the black community, any community really, should strive for the villages, strive to have like big dinners and gatherings with your family, not just on Thanksgiving or Christmas or Easter or whatever holiday you celebrate, but try to do it all year because life is short and we're not going to get to see each other for a very long time. We may think we have forever, but we do not. So that's just my spiel. You talked about food, and that just came to my mind how my mom, she's the cook in the family, but everyone in my family could cook. My dad could cook, but he cooked different because he's a vegan, so he has very interest in different dishes. But I mean, they both can cook. But my mom is the one she'll call up the entire family because we do have a lot of family here. Um, my aunts, my cousins, a lot of us are here. So around holidays, we all get together, and it's just fun. It's just during the year, everyone is busy working, so we don't all get to see each other much. You know, I love Harlem, New York. I definitely like Harlem. They have a lot of nice restaurants there. I would not come to Harlem to cook. I would come to Harlem to eat at the nice restaurants. And the aesthetics are so good. I went to a restaurant there, but I can't remember. It was like a black owned restaurant. It was soul food. You know, when I go out to eat, I normally don't want, sometimes I desire Jamaican food, but I normally want to try different foods like soul food, um, different types of food. So it's gonna get dark soon. But you guys can see how pretty it looks. It's so nice out here, guys. So nice. I love the changing of the trees. It's so pretty. Like, look at that. You know? It's just beautiful. I don't understand why they cut down the trees, because how can you? You can't cut down all the trees. Thank you, Godspeed. I really appreciate that, and I really do. Yeah, I normally get that. I just try to be positive. Um, you know, life is not perfect at all, but or day to day is not perfect, but I have a quote hanging in my house: you have to enjoy the journey. So each step of the way, guys, just try to enjoy it. Try to enjoy every minute through the ups and downs, you know, and be nice to others. Everyone is going through something, you know. Try to be nice and try to uplift. Look at what's happening in the US with the government shutdown. Now, there's a town, the capital of Connecticut, Hartford. They're closing down a lot of the schools because a lot of the schools can't get funding. So there's a lot going on. There's schools that I would say some black, not predominantly black, but black children have gone to schools there, and a lot of them have a high percentage rate of going to college. And a lot of these schools don't have funding. And, so what's going to happen to these children, you know? So we have to pray for America and pray for these cities, because a lot of things are going to change, you know. Yes, we can live our day-to-day lives saying that, oh, we can afford this and we can afford that. But what about the people who can't afford? We're going to have to help them. Things are going to get expensive for everyone. So, guys, just like I said, be nice to everyone and try to enjoy the journey. Don't let what's going on in the government, and I'm talking to people in the US, don't let that, whatever is going on in the government, affect you. Just, we can't worry about things that we can't control. I have to put it on me because there are kids here that are not my children, so I can't have them in the video. So we can't worry about things that we cannot control. We just have to enjoy life. Uh, oh my God, kids are so cute, guys. When I see kids, I'm like, oh, I want another one, but no. Like the little kids, but no, I can't do it. I'm done. Nope, no more. No more. Like people who have a 15-year-old, they start over, but I guess to each your own, you know? I just said last name. I'm done. I am done. But to each your own. Is the practice over? Um, to each your own. Where's... Okay. It's 6:02, guys. Practice is almost done. It's almost over. Because of the weather here, you do have to move around in order to keep warm because it's not... You know what I need? A blanket. Not a blanket, but a sweater that's kind of like a blanket because it gets cold. But the season is almost done for outdoor football. We have to go indoor soon, so, and we're only doing flag because my kids are not, you know, there's... Look at that. Yes, he got the flag. Did he get the flag? Guys, boys are so defiant. I don't know if you guys have boys or girls, but boys are so defiant. So it's so dark. It's 6:05 p.m. and I know through the camera you guys can see the sun is setting, right? But it's just I guess we can't complain about nature or the change in seasons or that complain that it's getting dark so quickly because, you know, things happen for a reason and it's just, it is what it is, you know. It's gonna get dark, you know? It's gonna get dark. It's gonna get dark. It's something that we cannot help or it cannot change. So guys, it's getting, I can't walk anymore because, you know, it's so cold. I just stated that we shouldn't complain, but it's so cold. I'm telling you guys, my hands are freezing. What's the temperature? 61 degrees. 61 degrees. It's time for us to have our jackets up north. But I'm wearing orange today. It's not for Halloween. It's a team color. So I bought an orange sweater, but it's not for Halloween. But right now it's cold. Now kids are so defiant. Like my son, he's a itty bitty thing, and he's like, he's not. Boys are defiant. It's freezing out here, and he refused to put a sweater on. I hope he doesn't get sick, you know? He's like, I don't want to wear a sweater, but it's freezing. It's 61 degrees and it's so cold. That's just crazy to me. Because 61, you would think it wouldn't be that cold, but I don't know. I guess with no sun, it's freezing. But do you guys have defiant kids? Like, I don't understand how parents deal with defiant kids. My two younger sons are so defiant. Like, oh, sometimes it's like I just walk away because I don't fight with children. If a child is defiant, I pretty much, I tell them, oh, do this, you don't want to do it, and then I just walk away. Like, you have to deal with your own self, not me. I don't fight with children. Like, I tell you to do this, you don't do it, then it's on you, you get punished. But I will not fight or beat kids because it doesn't work. Beating kids does not work. I don't understand how people think that works. Once a child is defiant, they're just defiant. That's just their personality. And then they have kids who are really like, they just listen to everything. They follow the rules. They just listen. So you can tell a child. I guess people do change or kids change as they get older, but you can tell people's personality or your kid's personality pretty early on in their lives. But I rather have a defiant child. Well, I rather have a mix, a child who's knows what they want and don't let people push them around, but they also follow the rules.
When I go home, I need to do my homework straight.
Huh?
I need to do homework when I get home.
Okay. Okay, guys, thank you so much for chatting with me today. That's it. We have to go. But I'm happy you guys joined my live, and I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully, or sometimes this weekend. Have a great night.